Peace, family. This is Lions Den with another news and commentary. Aurora Police Lieutenant keeps his job after getting caught using racial slurs. So, this story happened 2 days ago. And basically, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this one because I want people to understand what is going on with the police department and how they run things across this country. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article, and then I'm going to play this video and just basically continue to do my commentary. So here's what's going on. Chief Nick Metz fired the lieutenant after hearing him using a racial slur, but the lieutenant appealed and won. Police Chief Nick Metz decided to fire Lieutenant Chuck DeSazer after he was caught calling people Alabama porch monkeys on a subordinate's body camera. But DeSazer appealed to the Civil Service Commission, which ruled in his favor. On June 18, 2017, Denver police shot a suspect who ran from them into Aurora. The Aurora Police Department responded, and according to the city records, encountered unruly neighbors upset over the shooting. While discussing the next step with an APD, Sergeant DeSazer said, "We got the Alabama porch monkeys all contained." The sergeant gasped and quickly turned the body cameras off. "I was appalled, I was hurt, and the reason I was hurt was because that comment is not indicative of the men and women of this police department," said Metz, who conducted an investigation and decided to fire DeSazer. "As a lieutenant and as a leader in this agency, I pretty quickly lost confidence that this person could lead others, and also lost confidence in his ability to be a police officer." But DeSazer quickly filed an appeal with the Civil Service Commission, which has the final say on terminations at the APD. In an official report, the commission acknowledged with DeSazer violated department policy and that his language was absolutely reprehensible. They also acknowledged that DeSazer has been written up 3 times before, once for making sexual offensive comments. The commission also considered discipline previously imposed on other officers for highly inflammatory comments. The commission noted that no officer had ever been fired for violating department policy DeSazer went against. The commission decided an appropriate punishment was to demote the lieutenant to sergeant. He also won't get paid for the nearly 1 year of work missed, but he will go back to work. "The commission, however, did not dictate to me whether we assign him," said Metz, "and he will not be placed in a position that will have regular public contact, and he will not supervise others." Metz said he run into a number of officers in the department who shared his disgust with the language DeSazer used. He said they also disappointed in the commission's decision. He said he hopes the commission will rethink similar ruling going forward. He says he also hopes that one of the most diverse communities in Colorado recognizes that DeSazer does not reflect APD's values. "We are still here. We are still going to do the great work we do every day, and you can't expect the high standards in the service you receive," said Metz. The commission said it cannot comment on its decision during the 30-day appeal period. Mayor Bob Laguerre also put out a statement today saying he fully supports the chief in his initial decision to fire DeSazer. He called the commission's decision a slap in the face to the people who work for the city. I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and then I'm going to finish my commentary with that. So here's the video of this situation in Aurora, Colorado. Here it is.
It's warming up outside, and that means it's time for American Furniture Warehouse's Hot Summer Savings event. We have the largest in-stock selection of furniture anywhere. We'll have exactly what you're looking for.
Right now, I'm waiting for this commercial to end so we can go ahead and play this video.
It's warming up outside.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, I had problems with this video, but what they were saying is that they brought this guy back, DeSazer back, who a racist police officer. You call them Alabama porch monkeys. He appealed, of course, to the Civil Service Commission, which he decided to get his job back, but in a different title. Basically, it shows, ladies and gentlemen, that this officer uses racial slurs, but at the same time, I think the chief, Nick Metz, who fired him, was appalled they brought him back by the appeals commission. So all I'm saying is like this, ladies and gentlemen, that at the end of the day, we're starting to see what is going on with police departments everywhere. If they did some racial slurs, or if they did some racist comments, or attack a person that they're black, they're fired the officer, but at the same time they can go any other police departments, and this is how they do across this country. And that's how I felt that even though Chief Nick Metz did fire the lieutenant, he did demoted him, and even though they brought him back, they did demote the guy as sergeant, but he still got his job back, which is appalling and offensive. But it shows that when it comes to, they have two different laws from two different people, one for police officers and the others for everybody else. So I was going to play this video right here, but unfortunately this video will not allow me to do it, which is fine, so I can go ahead and finish this commentary. But the point of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, that they start to have rules when it comes to citizens and police officers. So police officers can say and do anything. When they get caught, they get punished, but then they reinstated back from a different, either from a different position or a different police department. So this is how they works. And so again, even though they did what they did, even though he was fired and they brought him back, that doesn't change the fact of who this police officer is and who he's going to continue to be. So that's basically showing that they don't care about the suspects who've been arrested, that they have a right to have due process, but they focus on the officer have due process than a suspect that's been been offended by racial slurs. So leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this story. Share this story. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, subscribe my YouTube channel, subscribe my Reaction channel, and subscribe my Black Junction channel for more news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.